Turn it off.
Ray?
Just turn it off. It's too bright.
So?
I think someone's watching us. Light travels at the rate of 299,792,458 meters per second. So if someone is on the roof across the street, they'll be able to see inside in less than a second.
So what will they see?
Just leave it off. You can see it.
If you do anything, the neighbors will hear. The walls are made out of a thin layer of drywall, so if I scream, the sound will reverberate off the walls into the adjacent apartments.
You think, Abby, I meant it when I called.
I love you too.
Because you're scared. She knows that men have a higher percentage of muscle mass and a higher level of testosterone, making it easier for men to grow muscle faster, and she's trying to convince me not to do anything to her.
Unfortunately, my angle of trajectory was a few degrees off, but if I change that and keep the velocity the same, I should be able to hit the light. Ray. Based on the equation for free fall, my velocity at the end of the 4 stories would be 225 meters per second, ignoring air resistance, of course, and thus it would be illogical for me to jump because I will most likely die.
Alright. You got some personal property of mine. One of you does. I don't know what the hell you two thought you were gonna pull.
I chose this needlepoint pocket knife because not only is it nice and sharp, but the length of the knife will allow me to stab through the hand into the wood, securing his hand better.
I used a needlepoint pocket knife before. It takes a lot of leverage to pull out, so it keeps the victim well.
I'm gonna stab in between the ring finger and the middle finger metacarpals, so this way he'll have a lot of tendons to pull through to get his hand free. Look what happens if I stab too close to the proximal phalanges. Make sure that doesn't happen.
I would try to drive my knee through the wall, but it would be too low for me even if I drove a hole through to reach through and pull my hand free. Therefore, I have to try to punch through the wall.
deciding to wait here because if I try and go into the bathroom, I don't know where he is, and he could use the knife as a close-range weapon. Now I know where he is because his shadow has covered the light coming from the door. However, I'm not going to fire directly at the knob because he'll likely be reaching for the door, and therefore I'm really going to fire a foot to the left because his body will be located there. I ain't afraid of you, Marty.
If I see him, I'll sure give him the message. This is, of course, assuming that I die soon, and since he is already dead, we'll see each other in hell. Assuming, of course, you're of the Catholic religion.